Well, from those spooky scenes with Finn to the silver screen with Chris. He's the presenter of Kent Film Club, of course, which airs every Thursday. Chris, you've got a lot to live up to from Finn's segment there.
Being a pirate, I thought, you know,
yes.
he's proven it tonight.
Exactly. Well, if that wasn't spooky enough, I mean, what are some spooky classics for people who maybe are staying at home this evening or coming back from trick-or-treating, want to carry on the spectacular fun? What could they be watching this evening?
Well, I know what I'll be watching tonight. I'll be watching Heretic with Hugh Grant playing completely against type. So I'm sure next week I'll have plenty to say on that. But lots of big screen classics which have returned to the big screen, including Carrie, which has not lost its capacity to chill after all these years. It came out in 1976, Brian De Palma's classic from the Stephen King first novel, actually. And also Nightmare on Elm Street was showing last weekend, but plenty going on, including in Herne Bay tonight. They're showing Young Frankenstein, but if you want a slightly lighter, actually with and the death this week of Terry Garr, who appears in that film at the age of 79, then you know there's plenty out at the moment for all tastes.
What's your worst Halloween film, Chris?
Well, I saw Terrifier 3 the other week, and let's put it this way. I mean, I'm used to seeing films out of sequence. I saw the Back to the Future films completely, you know, the third one first. But after watching Terrifier 3, I have no interest in watching 1 and 2. I kind of feel that has scarred me for life, and that was literally just 2 weeks ago.
What about the scariest movie then?
I would say Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist were both films that when I saw them, you know, I felt that a bit of the film had invaded my life in a way, because in watching this film there's a sense that it's the underlying, the psychological horror, not just the jump scares. In fact, Polanski did such a good job in Rosemary's Baby of actually chilling us through psychological suspense, and that's the sort of film that you come away with that eerie sense of people are not what they seem. So it's that real world grounded horror rather than the satanic supernatural foe.
Chris, I just have to tell you this. I can hear people in my earpiece from the gallery. That's where they push all the buttons. My editor's telling me she's scared of Harry Potter. It's not that scary, is it?
Well, do you know, when the books came out, there was certainly a call in some cases to say this is black magic, so it should be banned. So you know, some people. The definition of a scary movie, because you also had that franchise, the scary movie spoof films in the early 2000s, will differ. But I've noticed a lot of horror films, which, I mean, even Joker, which is out, Joker 2 at the moment, you know, they don't always have 18 rated things. The most scary film, actually, I would say, Seance on a Wet Afternoon, because it is so eerie, and it's U-rated, and it came out in the 1960s, and it deals with turbulence, and it deals with, you know, something sort of, trauma in somebody's life, including, in that case, a lost baby. And I think that there are cross-genre ways of dealing with horror. Paranormal Activity, Coraline, the more animated versions.
Got 10 seconds. Halloween, dressing up this evening to the cinema trick-or-treating?
Well, I should have worn black tonight, quite frankly. But I will be making... well, I go to the cinema most nights, but I've seen a lot of scary movies lately.
So you're not dressing up?
Well,
That's what we've got time for this evening. Good night.